Hi all, welcome to my channel. Let's discuss some of the new topics for today. The first topic is 4 Tamil Nadu cops arrested by CBCID in custodial death case. Next, CBI books GVK Group Chairman GVK Reddy and son GV Sanjay Reddy for siphoning off Rs 705 crore from MIAL. BSNL MTNL cancelled 4G upgradation tender aimed at keeping Chinese Huawei ZTE out of India's telecom sector. If elected, bolstering ties with India will be a high priority, says Joe Biden. Tesla becomes world's richest auto group as Detroit giant sees sales drop. Priyanka Gandhi asked to vacate accommodation within months, Congress slams move. So let's discuss these topics one by one. 4 Tamil Nadu cops arrested by CBCID. 4 policemen including an inspector of police station in Thoothukudi district where a father and his son were allegedly tortured leading to their deaths days later were arrested by the crime branch crime investigation department wing of the Tamil Nadu police. The arrests came within 24 hours of the CBCID taking over the probe into the deaths of P. Jayaraj and Emmanuel Phoenix on the orders of the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court. Sridhar, the inspector who is accused of allegedly torturing several men in the police station, Sub-Inspector Balakrishnan and Constable Murugan were picked up by the sleuths of CBCID wing on Thursday morning. Sub-Inspector Raghu Ganesh was arrested on Wednesday night. Raghu Ganesh is the sub-inspector who filed a FIR on June 19 against P. Jayaraj and his son Emmanuel Phoenix following a complaint by Head Constable S. Murugan and Constable Mutturaj that the duo assaulted them following an argument. However, footage recorded in CCTV installed near Phoenix mobile shop demolished all the lies in the FIR. Sources say the arrests were made after altering the FIR against the policeman to 302 of the Indian Penal Code IPC section. Next, the CBI has booked Venkata Krishna Reddy Gunapati, the chairman of the GVK Group of companies, and his son GV Sanjay Reddy, managing director of Mumbai International Airport Limited, among others, for alleged irregularities to the tune of Rs 705 crore in the running of the airport, officials said on Wednesday. Airport Authorities of India Limited had formed a joint venture with the GVK Group Airports Holdings Limited, promoted by GVK Group under public-private partnership in firm Mumbai International Airport Limited for upgradation and maintenance of Mumbai Airport. On April 12, 2006, Airport Authorities of India entered into an agreement with Mumbai Airports Limited for modernization, upkeep, operation and maintenance of Mumbai Airport with MIL. It is alleged that promoters of GVK Group in MIL, in connivance with their executives and unidentified officials of Airport Authorities of India, resorted to siphoning of funds using different ways, officials said. The agency has alleged that they siphoned funds showing the execution of bogus work contracts to 9 companies in 2017 and 18, causing a loss of Rs 310 crore, the officials have said. The promoters of the GVK Group allegedly misused reserve funds of MIL to the tune of Rs 394 crore to finance the group companies, the CBS told the reporters. The agency also has said that the group inflated expenditure figures of airports by showing payments to employees at their headquarters and group companies who are not involved in the running of the airport, causing a revenue loss to the Airport Authority of India. The promoters also underreported revenue earnings of airports by entering into contracts with the related parties and meeting their personal family expense using MIL funds, they added. Next, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited and Mahanagar Telecom Nigam Limited have cancelled tender inviting bids from companies for supply of equipment for upgrading its network to 4G, a move which is apparently aimed at keeping away Huawei and ZTE Corporation of China away from the project and stopping them from expanding footprints in India's telecom sector. The decision by the two state-owned telecommunication service providers comes amid the continuing military standoff between India and China along the disputed boundary in eastern Ladakh. New Delhi is also likely to review its December 2019 decision to allow the Huawei and ZTE to take part in the 5G trial in India. The US Federal Communications Commission on Tuesday designated the Huawei and ZTE and their parent and subsidiary companies as well as affiliate firms as national security threats. The companies were earlier accused of spying for the Chinese government. The US has been nudging New Delhi to keep the two Chinese companies out of the 5G rollout in India. Democratic presidential candidate and former US Vice President Joe Biden has said that if he wins the November elections, strengthening the relationship with India, which is America's natural partner, will be a high priority for his administration. India needs to be a partner in the region for our safety's sake and quite frankly for theirs, he said in a response to a question on India-US relationship during virtual fundraiser event on Wednesday. At a fundraiser hosted by Chairman and CEO of Biocon Capital Partners, the former Vice President said India and United States were natural partners. That partnership, a strategic partnership, is necessary and important in our security, he said when asked by attendee whether India is critical to the US national security. Referring to his 8 years as a vice president, he said in his administration he was proud to play a more role than a decade ago in securing congressional approval for the US-India Civil Nuclear Agreement, which is a big deal. Helping open the door to great progress in our relationship and strengthening our strategic partnership with India was a high priority in the Obama-Biden administration and will be a high priority if I am elected president, he said. Tesla engineered its latest coupe on Wednesday, becoming the world's largest car company, while two of Detroit's old guard, General Motors and Fiat Chrysler, reporting sagging auto sales in the middle of coronavirus pandemic. Led by Elon Musk, Tesla has seen ups and downs, but its shares have risen steadily since late 2019 as it met key production targets for its Model 3 car, with the automaker topping Japan's Toyota market valuation. The company still sells only a fraction of the autos of the big three, yet it has captivated investors' imaginations as a bet on the future under charismatic leader Elon Musk, who has challenged conventional wisdom on CEO comportment while also trying to shift the industry towards the electric cars. The lower sales at two of Detroit's big three were largely due to coronavirus pandemic, which depressed auto demand during the quarter and prompted a nearly 2-month shutdown of US auto production. The centre on Wednesday asked Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra to vacate the government bungalow allotted to her in Lutyens bungalow zone in the national capital by August 1. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Department cancelled the allocation of the official bungalow to Priyanka, citing that she has no longer had the special protection group security cover that came with the provision for government accommodation. Congress also said Priyanka would vacate the bungalow within the stipulated time. Congress slammed the Modi government for asking Priyanka to vacate the government bungalow. The notice to Priyanka asking her to vacate the house reflected the uneasiness of Modi and Yogi, who were unsettled by her relentless attack on their policies, Congress spokesperson said. You can make us vacate 100 houses, but you cannot stop us from becoming the voice of the people. You cannot stop us from making people aware of the workings of failed government, they added. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, kindly like and comment. Once again, thank you.